Here we have for sale our 2021 on a 21 plate Ford Ranger Wildtrak. This one has got the 2 litre EcoBlue Euro 6 diesel engine producing 213 PS, which is roughly 213 brake horsepower. That is accompanied with the fantastic 10-speed automatic gearbox. And what we're going to do in this video is have a little walk around. I'll show you the spec that you get on a Ford Ranger Wildtrak of this age. This one, as you can probably already see, is far from standards. We'll talk you through all the bits that have been done to this vehicle, also what we've done to it during our preparation, bits about the service history and its condition, seeing as the vehicle is currently available for sale with us here at Bridgend Van Centre. So starting here at the rear of the vehicle, we can see that this one has got this fantastic rear alpha canopy. A couple of nice things with this, of course it has got the side opening windows, but it is also lockable on the central locking. So when you lock the vehicle on the key, this back part locks as well. If we drop the tailgate down, we can start to have a look inside the back of here, and as you can see, it's in really lovely condition inside. The bed is clearly done very light work in the back of here, looking in fantastic order in the back indeed. But yeah, that canopy is in really good order, all nicely color coded in the same black as the vehicle, and definitely sets it off very nicely. What also I think sets it off very nicely are these rear tail lights. So in this sort of setting right now, these are, as I say, a sort of a dark smoked look to the rear tail light, and again that blends in very well with things like the canopy and of course the black bodywork, but these have got a really nice LED light cluster inside them. So you'll actually see, if you see the full advert of the vehicle with the photos, you'll see some of the different settings that are on them, but they look really smart. At the back then on the Wildtrak, you do get some really nice features as standard here. So you've got the rear camera there, and you also get rear parking sensors in the rear bumper, and you can see the rear bumper here is looking in really good order. Same with the rear tailgate. There's a small little mark here which has just been touched in, but that is very small, but generally speaking, as you can see there, looking really presentable indeed. Looking then down the driver's side of the vehicle, and this is where I like to look in the reflections down the side of the van. You can just see how clean and straight this is. There's no dents, ripples, signs of previous repair, anything like that. It looks remarkably clean and tidy down the side of the vehicle, it must be said. A couple of very small little sort of hairline marks here, that's not very deep at all, and just a couple of small little touch-ins. Just trying to see if there's anything else I can see down here, but for its age and mileage it is pretty exceptional, it must be said. Wildtrak also comes with these nice side steps, but then a lot has been changed. So not only have we got, of course, the rear tailgate and the canopy has been added there, we've got these brand new Tomahawk alloy wheels. A really nice design of the alloy wheel. These are 20-inch. They've got a full brand new set of Yokohama Geolander tyres on them, and I think they set the vehicle off so well. I think they look really smart indeed. Same, of course, the front here, say the brand new wheels and tyres, so all brand new treads on here as well. If we open up the driver's door, then we can start to have a look inside the cab just here. So again, looking at the step, the floor, all in really good order. Looking at the driver's seat, starting to get a little bit of wear just to the sort of the cloth part here on the edge of the driver's seat, but I must say I've seen Rangers with half this mileage that have got more wear than that. So say a little bit of wear just there, but overall I would say looking in very good order. You've got the Wildtrak embossment there in the backrest, and of course this contrasting orange stitch. Looking at the steering wheel, really nice multifunctioning leather steering wheel here. So you can see on the left hand side there you've got your onboard computer controls, that's for the screen on the left. The onboard computers on the right, that's for the screen on the right. Cruise control settings, you've got your volume controls there as well. Auto activated lights, auto activated wipers. On the driver's door then, of course, on top here, all leather trimmed, so it's a really nice soft touch for your elbow, which is really nice. Electric windows, electric folding mirrors, and that's how those operate there, just by pushing on the little button just there. As you can see here, nice leather dashboard again with that lovely contrasting orange stitch as well. If we jump inside then, we can start to have a look at some of the spec that you get inside here. So you've got satellite navigation, this is where your reversing camera is displayed as well, so that's all really nice and neat. Down below then you've got heated seats, heated windscreen, and then underneath that there's two USBs under there. You've got your two 12-volt sockets, and crucially if you plug your phone into there, your smartphone into that, into one of those USB sockets there, that will give you Apple CarPlay or Android Auto on this screen as well. As I mentioned earlier, that 10-speed automatic gearbox, which has got the manual controls here on the right hand side if you wanted to do that. On the left then you've got your traction control setting, in the center your rear diff lock, and then on the right your hill descent there, so really capable off-road vehicle of course. And then you've got your 2 and 4-wheel drive settings, so 2 high, 4 low. Only go into either of the 4-wheel drive settings if you're ever at a loss of traction. Don't make that mistake. It puts a lot of pressure on the diff and things like that if you are going into those settings or just on a normal road setting. So just leave it into 2 high 99% of the time, and then say if you're ever in mud or something like that with loss of traction, then think about going into one of those other areas. Really nice set of keys of course with the vehicle, so you've got the 2 full remote keys with the vehicle, and of course this is keyless entry and keyless start, and then you've got also keys then for the rear canopy as well if you wanted to lock that manually. Into the center then you've got a nice big cubby hole there in the center with that nice central armrest, but yeah, generally speaking in here looking in really good condition, it must be said. In the back as well, if I open up the rear seats, or the rear door should I say, to have a look at the rear seats. Again, you can have a look at the condition there of the seats, the floor, the overmat, the back of the seats, all looking very nice. 12-volt socket and a little 230-volt socket there in the center as well. But yeah, condition in here is looking pretty much spot on. Round to the front then, let's have a look around here. I believe the vehicle has been lifted as well, so it's got a lift kit on it which gives it a really nice stance to the vehicle. Of course you've got the wheel arch extensions as well which have been added, so these I really like because they're in the same metallic grey which has got some of the other elements on the Wildtrak. So you get this nice metallic grey wing mirror covers, bits of trim like this, and they've matched those wheel arch extensions in that. And I think when you combine that with the 20-inch alloy wheels, the lift kit, it's a really nice looking vehicle. Round to the front then you've got the lower nudge bar which has been added, of course the wind deflector here on the bonnet, and then also this sort of Raptor style front grille as well. And I think all in all just gives a really appealing package. The stance to the vehicle, the sort of road presence that has, it's very impressive indeed. Have a look at the condition here of the bonnet, a couple of little stone chips, but again really very little for this mileage. Of course I didn't mention the mileage. Let's have a quick look at that. Bottom right hand corner there, 97,840 miles. So as I say, a fair few miles on the vehicle, but as I say, the condition is that of a vehicle that has maybe done half that mileage. It really is. Looking at the front bumper, there is a peppering of stone chips here to the front bumper, again as to be expected. They have just been neatly touched in the correct colour, but you are going to get a couple of marks here and there. It really has to be expected, but I say really not severe at all. Fantastic headlights of course on the Ranger with that lovely LED daytime running light as well, front parking sensors, front fog lights. I think it looks really impressive indeed. Now we have got an incredible service history with this vehicle, so I believe there's 6 services in total that have been carried out. Most recently there is an invoice in there for an engine rebuild, I believe due to the wet belt snapping unfortunately, but as I say, the engine has been completely rebuilt with renewal of the wet belt or the timing belt, and as you can hear, well you may be able to hear now, the vehicle is absolutely spot on. We've thoroughly road tested the vehicle, it's been inspected in our workshop, and we're very confident with it. It's driving absolutely as it should be, and as I say, you've now got the peace of mind that it has just had the wet belt or timing belt replaced as well. And as I say, 6 services that have been carried out on the vehicle, so as I say, it's been really well maintained. You can see that with the condition inside and out on this truck. Down the driver's side then, having a look here at the front wing, the passenger door here, that's not a mark, there's a tiny little touch in just there, but you can see there's sort of a mirror finish to this paintwork. It is looking absolutely stunning, and as I say, the wheel arch extensions, but yeah, with that lift kit and those wheels, I think it looks really good. Open up the passenger door here just for a final look inside from this angle. You can see the condition of the seats, looking very smart. Nice Wildtrak there as well underneath the lacquer of the glove box. During our preparation then, of course, we've put it, as I say, right through our workshop. We thoroughly inspected it, given it full vehicle health check, road tested it as well, and it's all performing exactly as it should do. And of course, part of that was fitting the new wheels, which you can see on here with the brand new Yokohama tyres as well. Final bit of spec to note then, just some wind deflectors there on the windows as well. But the vehicle is now absolutely ready to drive away, having been mechanically and aesthetically prepared. The vehicle is supplied with 12 months AA warranty as well, which can be extended to 2 or 3 years respectively if you wanted to, and you can do that through us here, but absolutely free of charge. You get 12 months AA warranty as standard. We can arrange delivery nationwide. We can also arrange part exchange, whether it be for cars or for vans, and we can also arrange finance at very competitive rates as well for limited companies or for private individuals. This gives you a better look actually of those rear lights, which I mentioned earlier. I've turned those on there when I was in the cab, and you can just see a lovely design to those. It looks really, really smart indeed. So just to summarise then, 2021 on a 21 plate Ford Ranger Wildtrak, full styling on here as you can see, with the lift kit, the arches, wheels, the rear canopy as well, and some nice bits of nice extras like the rear lights and that Raptor front grille. I think it looks very, very smart indeed. Fantastic service history, recent engine rebuild, which included a new timing belt kit as well. So absolutely ready to drive away. If you'd like to see the full advert, you can see it there on our website, bridgeendvans.co.uk. That's where you'll find the price, the description and the photography of this vehicle, along with all of the others that we've currently got advertised as well. Thank you very much for watching.